Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about keeping your baby goats warm during the winter time. So the first thing you want to do is have lots of straw down for them to lay in. That's going to help them stay warm. Uh, a draft-free place to stay. So the wind's not going to be blowing on them at all points of the day or whatever. Shelter to keep in, keep dry. That's going to really save these goats from getting wet, which is going to be able to keep them warm. So in this area here, we're attempting to build a completely free barn for these animals. In this area here where I'm standing, we're going to try to attempt to in the future roll some brown bales of hay in this area to keep them dry. Uh, as you can see back here behind us, we've started on the roof. It's not much. All this is used stuff. These pallets have been used. Uh, all these wood on the top has been used. Everything's been used. So it was free to us. So we're going to attempt to use it. But back to the subject at hand. Keeping these goats warm uh, throughout the day. We woke up this morning. It was 18 degrees. Everything froze up. But when I come out last night, it was about 24, 23 degrees, something like that. And I just went around, made a check. This was at 12:30 last night to make sure that everybody was laid down, bedded down. The brown goats were laid down over here next to the hay. They had done ripped hay down and put it over here. All the rest of them was back here in this other place. But in the future, I'm wanting all of them together in this area. I'm going to take and fill all these gaps up with wood in the future, and hopefully this is going to be completely free. But this roof right here is going to give me the most money, probably, unless I find somewhere to get some free tin. Uh, I know a place that is probably going to be tearing down a house, so I'm going to attempt to try to ask them if I could get the tin off from that house. That may help us a lot with a roof. So they should have at least 7 sheets, and I'm needing 7 sheets, so that'll help us if they would. I don't know if they're going to let us, but I'm going to ask them just to see if they will. But fresh water daily is going to help these goats. Straw, lots of straw, lay it down. Uh, the reason I don't use a light, even at a day old, these goats survived in 22 degrees. So the light is going to get them used to the light. Their temperature is going to get used to that light, and they're going to rely on that light to keep warm. So that's the reason why I don't like using the light. But if it's below 20, which it was 18 last night, these goats are 4 weeks old. They should be fine in that temperature with a draft-free home and lots of straw to bundle up in. If you've got any questions, leave me some comments down below. I'll try to answer them as quick as possible. But as for 18 degrees, these goats survived and they're out running around doing baby goat things. And like I said, I've laid some straw down over here. I had this light out for Rocky the night that she had those babies. So I had them over here in this area. They stayed in this area for one night. I've got 10 on this back part of this, but other than that, like the front's not even covered with 10 right here. So Rocky's babies was under this for one night, and then once she got them dry, where she had them at midnight and it's 20 degrees, I felt like they may have needed that light to stay warm throughout that night. But once they got warm, they ain't even been back in this area. They may have stayed that next night, but after that, I cut this light off because they never would stay in this area. None of the other animals, the chickens, the ducks, nothing has stayed in this area with that light on, so I cut it off. And you got these two babies, who is Rocky's. Crackers is this one, Penelope. Mia, her baby's over here on the trampoline. Under there, eating grass and leaves below, you can see. But quail, if you keep these birds a draft-free and damp-proof home, these birds, goats, rabbits, are all going to survive the winter weather. And don't she look like she's warm? Well, it's like 20-some degrees now, but this is one of our little girls that we're going to keep. Like they've named, the girls have named her Cinderella. So this is Cinderella. Now we don't have much colder weather than probably 0 degrees. So under 0 degrees, I'm gonna keep an eye on these babies. They should be all right. I'm not gonna worry about it. But a lot of people do rely on the lights for giving them heat, and I just don't. I mean, How would these goats survive if they was in the wild? Is the way that I look at it. So I tend to try to let them do their own thing. Their mothers are going to try to keep them warm. Their straw is going to keep them warm. So I don't really feel like they need much more than the straw, the hay, or the mom to keep them warm. Now this is just my opinion. Everybody else has got their own opinion. So if you've got any questions, leave me some comments down below, and I'll try to get to them or answer whatever question you got. I'll try to answer uh, in my own opinion. But if you like this video, leave me a thumbs up on the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you on the next video.